Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I have a very interesting, very important actually article, and I'm not BSing. And I'm saying it's very important is because if this move succeeds, if the Chinese succeed in pulling this off, it will be a catastrophic change for the United States of America and for the global economy and the currency. As you know, the global reserve currency is determined to be, by convention, the dollar, the US dollar. And it's also considered the petrodollar because by convention it was agreed that transactions of oil and OPEC and so on should be made in dollars. And it seems like a little bit the euro gets a little bit of allowance here from the dollar. Now the problem with the currency, with this US dollar being the dominant currency and the reserve currency of the world, if another one emerges and challenges the dollar, then the United States of America has to start producing things like manufacture. I'm talking about, develop its manufacturing sector. The problem is you can't really compete with someone who's working for, has the same technology of production that you have, but is paid, let's say, 50 cents an hour versus, let's say, $17 an hour. Your product will be very, very much more expensive on the market compared with the other product that's going to come. Obviously, cheap labor, the same technology, you're going to be here and they're going to be here. There's no way you can compete on the market unless you do embargoes or destroy that country. And then you're going to be the only one. That's going to be probably what's going to happen. Now, China and Russia try to develop an alternative reserve currency, global alternative currency, but not on the ruble, but on the yuan, on the Chinese yuan, because the yuan is backed by a much bigger and stronger economy, which is China, not Russia. So let's see what's going on here with this article. That is very important. It seems like, not it seems, in my assessment, the switch was turned on since the West, few countries in the West imposed sanctions on Russia. Not when Russia invaded or whatever did Ukraine. That was not the point, because that could have been ended much sooner than it will. The problem is the sanctions created such an atmosphere that the other ones said, you know what, then we just break right now. We just get a divorce. It's right on the table. We're not going to hide and try to pretend that we like one another and we participate in organizations and we yell at one another. Probably going to be a rupture over there too, United Nations and other. That's my assessment. So let's say this is a Business Insider article from today, June 27th, 2022, and this is the title. China is building a yuan currency reserve to compete with the dollar and prop up other countries facing volatility. So it lures them in, like the United States lured its guys before. Uh, so the People's Bank of China announced it's developing a yuan reserve with 5 other nations. 5 nations, including Hong Kong and Singapore, will contribute 15 billion yuan, about $2.2 billion. In May, China's foreign exchange reserves, the world's largest, grew for the first time in 2022. The People's Bank of China is building a yuan reserve with 5 other nations in collaboration with the Bank of International Settlements. China is teaming up with Indonesia, Malaysia, Hong Kong, Singapore, and Chile, which each contributing 15 billion yuan, about $2.2 billion, to the renminbi liquidity arrangement, China's central bank said in a statement Saturday. Well, there's not a lot. It's about what, 12, $14 billion or something like that, right? About, let's say, 11. So there's going to be probably Russia is going to join in, but I don't know if this is separate from China, from Russia. I'm sorry. So I'm quoting: when in need of liquidity, participating Central banks would not only be able to draw down on their contributions, but would also gain access to additional funding through a collateralized liquidity window, the bank said. According to the report, the funds will be stored with the Bank for International Settlements. Russia and China have been attempting to develop a new reserve currency which would, with other BRICS countries, Russian President Vladimir Putin said last week. The basket of currency would present a US-dominated international monetary fund alternative and include contributions from Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. And I'm quoting, the matter of creating the international reserve currency based on the basket of currencies of our countries is under review. So that's so it's going to be the Yuan thing, and it's going to be a BRICS thing. Putin told the BRICS Business Forum on Wednesday, according to a TASS report, and I'm quoting, we are ready to openly work with all fair partners. Meanwhile, China's foreign exchange reserves, the world's largest, grew last month for the first time in 2022, state data showed. The nation's reserves rose by $80.6 billion to reach $3.13 trillion. That's unbelievable. And these guys here are running a deficit or something. At the same time, the US dollar has hit a 20-year high in recent weeks. In March, reports emerged of Saudi oil deal priced in yuan. Oh my God! The business guys here that have control of the business class, of the political class here. In March, reports emerged of a Saudi oil deal priced in yuan, not in dollar. Oh my God! Saudi is asking for some of this. That's why Biden goes over there, not Biden. Biden is go over there just to make some pictures and make sure he doesn't fall or something. The other guys are going to come and beg the Arabs to stay the course, hold the line. An economist told Insider that a deal done without dollar could signal an ease in relying too heavily on the US currency. And I'm quoting, while any deal would be symbolic, yeah, the Chinese are not alone in the search for a non-dollar reserve currency, Alexander Tomik previously told Insider. And I'm quoting again, other countries' need for dollar exposes them to the US financial sector and consequently gives the US political leverage. Yeah, they can sanction you because you go through their system, and they can sanction you whenever they want. So you do whatever they want. No, that's blackmail and threats. That's how it works. That's how it works. Threats and blackmail. It's not like, speak softly and carry a big stick, because we all have a big stick, but you know what I mean? So the alternatives are there. Yuan with those countries that I mentioned in East Asia plus Chile, and then Russia through BRICS. So BRICS, it's South Africa, Brazil, India, China, and Russia. And I just posted a video a minute ago with Iran officially submitting its membership application to BRICS, and Argentina as well. So the big club, United States and its bottom feeders, Great Britain is, as I always said, a house servant, the only one. The rest are bottom feeders, and sometimes they climb from the bottom feeding level to the house servant, but never beyond that, and they are bouncing between these two. Great Britain is always a house servant. United States is the boss with don't have to use the whip, because Great Britain is the whip. And then here we have the bottom feeders, the rest. And we have, as I said, the countries that bounce in between are France and Italy, rarely Germany, because Germany still has the guilt that they make sure that stays there, and they keep their place and know what they do and who they are and who they were, because the Germans are like, what are you talking about? You keep me push me with, well, keep me guilty for something I haven't done. But nevertheless, it works. It works for some groups. Why not for countries? Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.